And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon session will begin with a discussion to be led by and moderated by none other than Ian Garcia. Now, Ian Ray Garcia is an established writer, photojournalist, and community leader based in Davao City. He is widely recognized for his long-running lifestyle column in the Mindanao Times, where he documents the arts, culture, tourism, and community stories of Mindanao. Committed to elevating the local digital space, Ian served as the president of the Davao Digital Influencers Incorporated, or DDI, championing civic engagement and authentic storytelling online. He frequently serves as a visual storyteller and media judge for cultural events and competitions across the region. Ladies and gentlemen, ang ating moderator for this afternoon, Ian Ray Garcia.
Thank you so much, Kai. Mabuhay po tayo may ako sa buntanan. Again, I'm Ian Garcia and I will be the moderator for this afternoon's discussion, which is building the momentum of Davao City as the best travel destination in the Philippines. So for context, to refresh everyone of this recently announced good news, Davao City has taken the top spot once again as the best travel destination in the Philippines, as cited in the April 2026 World Travel Index report. It is our second year in a row placing first in the said report. So I think that deserves another round of applause for us being the number one travel destination in the country. But in this challenging period of high fuel prices and when travel is at its most expensive, we ask ourselves, what is next for our tourism industry? So to give us some insights of the current situation in our tourism industry, allow me to introduce our guest resource speakers. Our first resource person is a highly accomplished hospitality professional with over 20 years of industry experience, currently serving as the Director of Sales and Marketing at Park Inn by Radisson Davao. After advancing through key operational and sales leadership roles at a prestigious spa resort in Boracay, she returned to Davao City in 2018 to join Park Inn. Backed by international credentials, including the Certified Hospitality Sales Professional designation, she is a driving force in the local tourism sector. She currently serves as the president of the Davao Hotels and Resort Sales and Marketing and the Accommodation Committee Head for the Davao Tourism Association. Beyond her corporate achievements, she remains deeply committed to community service through her active involvement with non-profit organizations like the Rotary Club and the Philippine Red Cross. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome Ms. Liza Gamo. Thank you so much, Ms. Tansa. Join us here on stage. Our next guest is one of Davao Region's most active tourism players and advocates. As the owner of Cybercape Trips and Tours and the president of Dasig Turismo, she acts as a vital bridge between private sector guides and government agencies like the City Tourism Operations Office and the Department of Tourism, Region 11, in helping professionalize the industry and secure community livelihoods. Through her agency and leadership, she spearheads story-driven tourism products across Mindanao, including destinations like Bukidnon, Siargao, and of course Davao, with a strong focus on regional heritage. Her flagship initiatives include the immersive Deep to Cup Davao Coffee Tour experience, educational cacao and chocolate tours, highlighting Davao as the country's chocolate capital, and cultural travel packages that emphasize meaningful interactions with indigenous communities like the Bagobo Tagabawa tribe. Let us welcome our next guest, Ms. Jen Ramirez.
Naghahanap ka ba ng kakaibang biyahe sa Davao Region? Hindi lang basta pasyal, kundi karanasan na may kwento. Hatid sa inyo ng Cybercape Trips and Tours Travel Services sa pakikipagtulungan ng Dasig Turismo, tuklasin ang iba't ibang themed tours tulad ng coffee tour, palengke tour, durian tour, golf tour, chocolate tour. Hindi lamang basta sightseeing. Dito, malalaman mo ang kwento sa likod ng bawat tour. Mula sa pinagmulan ng paborito mong kape hanggang sa tamis ng tsokolate at linamnam ng durian ng Davao Region. Hindi lang sa Davao City, saklaw namin ang buong Davao Region. Maaari nyo kaming personal na bisitahin sa Block 47, Lot 2, Phase 2, Nebraska Street, Mega Homes Residence, Barangay Tugbo, Davao City.
Alright, thank you so much, Ms. Jen. Welcome to our talk this afternoon. And finally, our next speaker brings a unique blend of journalism and development expertise to her role as Tourism Relations Specialist at the Davao City Tourism Operations Office. A passionate advocate for Davao's rich culture, she champions sustainable, community-centered tourism through education, destination branding, and of course, storytelling. Please help me welcome Ms. Gracie Plata. Mga bagita, mali ang makaubad sa stage. Mga kuyaw sa tourism, mga haligi. Anyway, again, welcome ladies, Liza, Jen, and Gracie. As I was telling Liza, no, when I saw her video, nag-flash tanan ay tabo in the past months. It's been very eventful, no, Liza?
Very eventful, and as I can see, we have so much that we accomplished over the past years. And I was telling Ian nga na this is more of these are activities na revenue oriented, because at the end of the day, our job as a sales and marketing person or the marketers of Davao City, we have to bring in warm bodies in Davao City, in Davao region, to make sure
That's always the bottom line, no?
Yes,
To bring
bottom
in the
line.
warm bodies. Sa tanang videos and photos, I could see the faces of Gracie, Jen, and Liza, which means the tourism sector is really one and united, no? in promoting Davao. So to start the ball rolling, medyo seryoso tagamay. So again, Davao City as the best travel destination in the Philippines. So just to share with you some stats released by the Office of Gracie. Tourism arrivals in Davao City registered a 19% growth in the first quarter of 2026 compared to the same quarter in 2025. The city recorded 525,342 tourists arriving in the first quarter of 2026, which is from January to March. And if we break it down, but this is from January to April, we welcome a total of 647,258 domestic tourists first 4 months of the year. We also welcome 30,937 foreign visitors and 8,769 overseas Filipinos. So, wala pa nakatunga, no? It's just the first 4 months and already 500,000 mark. So I'd like to know your thoughts, ladies. No, what are the things you think that we've done right to get these numbers, and why do you think we deserve the title as the best travel destination in the Philippines? We natalo natin ng more popular destinations like Boracay, Baguio, or Siargao or Bohol. No? So we start with Gracie.
Of course, di pa'y kaayo ta sa ato ang mga numbers na nag-abot for the first quarter of 2026. Of course, this is a collective effort of all the tourism stakeholders. I think what we are doing right is creating more reasons for people to visit Davao City. Kanang nagde-develop ta constantly of new tourism products, as well as sa part nila sa HRSMA, ang atong na sila yung mga promos, na maagnig yun ang mga bisita to visit Davao. So, really, at the core of it is the effort of everyone to encourage people, especially like our Dual Davao activity. So, Dual, that is really visit Davao. So, actually, this is parang an adoption of an initiative that started in early mga 2013, I think. I think you can remember Visit Davao Fun Sale and Visit Davao Summer Festival. So marami din tayong mga activities during that time, including yung mga bar crawls natin. Meron na tayong market tours during that time with Chef Jean Gonzalez. So we are parang binabalik natin yung mga activities and to create more reasons really for people to appreciate and see what makes Davao unique and truly special.
Yes, there is some products na creating new products for our visitors to come back. They come here once and then they say, what's next? What should we do next? And I think si Jen can also answer that. What are the things that we can do if we come back to Davao after our first
Actually,
visit?
a lot of things that they can do before, like what she said, that it's a collective effort of the private stakeholders, the LGU, and Department of Tourism, and of course even our mga bagong players, which is the agro-tourism, na sila mismo, yung mga farms natin, that they are turning their farms into a visiting tourist spot right now. So, and of course, I can say also it's the people kasi. So, even us here in Dasig Turismo, we are teaching every tour guides to really highlight their tours. So, pakita nila, and then they really upload. Kasi nandun naman sa social media talaga, di ba? For them to know Davao more, they have to highlight ano yung meron sa Davao. Kumbaga, each and every one of us need to be like an influencer. Yeah, and at the same time, we also tap those mga Davao local influencers. Kasi di ba, nung sinabi ko sa kanila na when we tap them that tulungan niyo kami. Kasi di ba minsan yung pag-video niyo, malaking bagay yung magiging influencers niyo. So you help the tourism industry kasi lahat naman tayo mananalo dito. Pananalo ka kasi yung content mo mas dadami yung viewer mo. At the same time, you're helping the small businesses na yung turismo natin na talaga makilala tayo. Hindi lang tayo makilala bilang isang political na lugar, but also makikita nila from there, di ba, na nag-evolve tayo. Kumbaga sabi nga, premier destination. Hindi tayo ganun kamura actually. Kasi medyo yung mga tours natin dito, private tour. Pero bakit nila gugustuhin pumunta dito? Because there's more to Davao. There's more to Davao aside from politics, and the Davao itself, marami pa. Kasi di ba we are gateway. So kung gateway tayo from Davao, nandiyan na yung mga, di ba, nandito sa Davao del Sur, Davao del Norte, at kung saan-saan. Na na hindi lang Davao City, but also the Mindanao, ma-highlight na ating pagiging destination.
Yes, of course. Kasi Davao will always be connected with Mindanao.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you're tapping new media, no? The influencers, and we're bringing back the spotlight to our agriculture.
Yeah.
Because ever since naman, Davao City has always been an agriculture city. No? So it's good that we're highlighting our cacao, our coffee, our durian. Of course, we have our friends from Belvis and Rosario and the other brands here at the expo showcasing these products. So to Liza naman, deserve ba natin ang title?
Oh, deserve na deserve.
Deserve na
Yeah.
deserve ba?
Yeah, deserve na deserve. First of all, I would like to greet everyone for having us here also, and also for Duo Davao, and also the dynamic members of the Davao Hotels and Resorts Sales and Marketing Association. Nasa likod lang sila. Yes, I would say na deserve because you know, Davao is the gateway in Mindanao, and we are the home of award-winning resorts and hotels, and our hotels and resorts are very much ready and very welcoming to, you know, to accept guests from different parts of the country, not only in the Philippines but also outside the country. So, ang atong mga resorts ang hotels are actually very efficient. During the crisis, we do not only depend on what is coming or kung kinsa lang ang mo sa resort. We created packages and promotions that is very enticing to entice guests to visit Davao region. And isa pa, ang mga resorts nato of hotels, we attended different expos and exhibitions in order to showcase not only our property, but as a destination as a whole. And that's why I was saying, Ian, a while ago, na despite of the crisis, our hotels are in a high occupancy, full, and it translates into, ano naman, di ba, being the best, one of the best destination in the Philippines. It's because we have collaborative effort not only within the hotels or resort, we also collaborate with tour operators, travel agents, and most especially ang city government of Davao and the Department of Tourism and the City Tourism of Operations Office. So grabe grabe ka supportive sa mga hotels and resorts. In fact, as you can see in the video a while ago, wala na ako namalaya na inana na day kadaghan ang mga nahimo. And with that, I must commend the movers and shakers of the Davao region, which are the sales and marketing personnel within our hotel and resort.
And what I love about our industry sa Davao is that in spite of the competition, we still collaborate with each other. Like Party collaborated with a hotel or resort in Mati. So I think that also helped, no?
Yes, we have to reach out to other member hotels, and the member of our hotels and resorts does not focus in Davao alone. So nami Davao Oriental, nami Daghan sa Samal, we even have General Santos City, and of course Indigo City. So as it's our goal to reach out to these small hotels and resorts so that we can help out. You know, at the end of the day, we have to sell Davao as a destination.
Collaboration is key, good, no? And just very quickly, medyo I'm curious, no? From your respective sectors, we started grazing. Kung sa mga highlights niyo last year? Just pick like one or two.
Kung sa CTO Ocean ako, we have 4 festivals in a year. So we have the Araw ng Davao for the first quarter, Kaning Duao for the second quarter. The third quarter is the biggest celebration, which is Kadayawan, so that's in August. And we have the last year Pasko Fiesta. So, yun yung mga constants natin. And during the running of the respective festivals, meron tayong mga ina-add na activities. Like, for example, for Duao Davao, we just recently launched the Davao City Chinatown Walking Tour. So, this is one of the additional na tourism products ni Davao City. So, we develop the products and then we hand it over to the tour operators kasi sila yung magbebenta ng mga tours natin. So, we also have, of course, 4 na walking tours in Davao. So, we have the Davao Heritage Walk, we have the Davao Market Experience, we have the Chinatown Tour, tatlo pa ba lang? So, we have those. And we have additional yung circuits or tourism products which we launched last March. Yung Furusa to Davao, which is the Davao Japan Friendship Tour. We have the Downtown Davao Food Crawl. And then we also have the Davao's Abundant Harvest. Yun naman yun siya focusing on agri-ecotourism. So, farm tours yun siya. So, we finish that and we hand it over to our tour operators para sa mga road shows and expos. Sila naman yun naman yung role nila to sell that, of course.
Sabi na ako katong araw ng Davao, tapos kabaw na to ang tours na i-offer. Then suddenly I saw na dapat ay Davao Chinatown tour. And I think there's more to come, no?
Yes, because katong walking tour is just a parang patilaw patikim ng buong Chinatown circuit talaga. Because our Chinatown is 44 hectares. It is the largest Chinatown in the world actually. So, development and research is going on right now para masali yung iba pang spots with you. But the one that we have now is just along Ramon Magsaysay Avenue or what we call the Oyanguran Corridor. So yun yung ngayon lang muna because we have limited time. Gusto lang ng walk and because yung walk, yung city government is now looking because diba grabe ang taas ng ating mga what you call this, oil prices. And last year, we did the Definitely Davao City Tour. Naka-join sa HRSMA, naka-join ang Nasib Turismo. Lahat actually were invited. Yung Definitely Davao City Tour featured what makes Davao special. Yung mga things na sa Davao lang makikita. Like yung Philippine Eagle, yung Davao Chocolates, you have the Central 911. So yun yung feature. This year, because we are in austerity measures. So, the Davao City Events Executive Committee decided na, why don't we have a walk lang for this year? Para hindi na tayo mag-ano ng mga bus or transportation. So, yun yung gusto ng Executive Committee. And then, okay, let's go make another walking tour for Davao City. So, yun yung mga bago ng mga products. And for the rest of the year, we are planning to validate more sites, more circuits, so that by the end of 2026, we really have a portfolio of tourism products na pwede natin dalhin sa mga road shows by next year.
Do you have a target of how many circuits or packages or cities like to launch?
So we are doing research on 2 more. Yung Furusa to Davao 1 natin kasi is concentrated on Mintal, yung Little Tokyo. The second Furusa to Davao will be concentrated on the Toril area. Yun yung namang separate story ng Furukawa plantation naman. And we also have yung Chinatown, yung circuit talaga. And we will be adding more sites doon sa Abundant Harvest natin na may existing na. Kasi meron mga kasali yung durian natin na farm, but there are guests kasi na hindi kumakain ng durian. So, gusto namin magkaroon ang mga tour operators ng options na instead of the durian farm, ano pang pwede. So, we will be validating more and assessing more of sites and options to add to the existing circuits.
From gentlemen, from the sector of guides and tour operators.
Yeah, from Cyber Trip Trips and Dasip Turismo, since 2024, when we launched our association, we are already creating new tours, new circuit. Kasi, di ba, tour guides are storytellers. So, gusto ko yung perspective na we will not just hindi lang natin dadalhin yung mga turista natin sa mga lugar para makita nila, but we are creating a story. Kumbaga, dapat, kasi diba, iba yung, there's a difference kapag nagtutour ka na may tour guide at walang tour guide. Sometimes, kapag nagtitipid sila, ayaw nila na may guide. And yung iba naman ayaw na may kasama sila. Pero, there's a difference kapag may kasama kang storyteller. Kasi you will appreciate, let's say, yung art na nandyan sa wall na yan. Sometimes, titignan mo lang pag you're not into art. Pero, there's a story behind that painting, diba? So the same thing with mga tourist spots natin. And also, Dasig Turismo and Cybercrib Trips are creating tours na hindi pa nagagawa before. Maybe nagawa in the past, pero hindi na continue or hindi talaga hindi pa niya time. But I think this time kasi, after pandemic, nag-iba kasi yung gusto ng tao, yung trends. Gusto ng tao right now is more on experiential, immersive, yung team outdoor. So, ganun kailangan, doon din tayo pumunta. We need to make sabay doon sa trend. So, that's what we're doing right now. So, that's why we top, di ba, we created this Davao Coffee Tour. Kasi sometimes, akala natin, meron sa Davao? Even minsan, ang mga Davaoenyo na mismo, pag tinanong mo, saan po pwedeng dalhin sa Davao? Alam lang nila yung Philippine Eagle, yun at yun. Always the classic tour, the countryside, the city tour. Pero hindi mo alam, ano pa meron sa Davao. Don't you know that, di ba, we are the capital ng cacao. Diba, ang Philippine Eagle nandito, of course, durian, capital. And we are the fruit basket of the Philippines, ang Mindanao. So, nandito lahat. So, why don't we create tours na mag-focus tayo doon? That's why, doon pinanganak yung Davao Coffee Tours, na talagang from bean to cup, na nandun yung immersive, magpa-plan din sila, tapos makikihalubilo din sila talaga doon sa mga tribal group, na talagang even the tribal groups are yung authenticity, yung welcoming, yung feeling, kasi ganun ngayon ang tao. Ayaw nila pupunta sa isang lugar para lang makita. Ayaw lang nakita yung parang parang magandang view, magaganyan. Pero gusto nila yung feel, yung vibe, yung feeling kapag nagpunta ka sa ganung lugar. And I think, yun ang isa sa gusto ng mga tao. That's why we are one of we're the best di ba, parang destination na gustong puntahan ng tao. Kasi sinasabi nila, meron sa Davao? Bakit ganyan yung mga tao sa Davao? Bakit ang linis sa Davao? So, nung nagpunta kami yung palengke tour na ginawa namin 2024, di ba, pag sinabi mong palengke, mabaho, balansa, madumi, magulo. Pero napakita natin dun sa mga turista natin at even sa our own mga college students na never been to palengke, na ang ganda pala ng palengke, ng natin, ng bangkerohan natin. And you know what, meron kami isang lugar doon na hinihintuan, doon sa Bago Dato Street, na the oldest bake shop, the LM Bake Shop. Before, yung signage niya, na-agnas na din. Kasi parang wala lang, ganun lang, daanan lang. Pero nung nakita niya na nagpapalengke tour kami, humihinto kami sa harap nila at pupunta kami mismo at bumibili ng tinapay sa kanila, parang sila na-appreciate nila yon. Ang ginawa nila, pinaganda nila yung signage nila right now. Tapos, every time na may hihinto kami doon, nagbibigay sila complimentary bread. Diba? So, tapos ngayon, sumaspag kami mga ganap ang Dasig Turismo, nag-sponsor sila ng snacks, yung mga ganon. So, sila mismo, those mga players na yon na parang feeling nila, hindi kami mahalaga masyado, bake shop lang kami. Pero right now, hindi nila alam, part na sila ng tourism. Diba? When we went to, the Cacao tour ni Grand Verde, sobrang appreciated ng turista na may ganito pala tayong klaseng produkto at mga tours sa Davao. And right now, we have mga Davao Durian Tour, Agriculture Art Tour, which is part of the arts, and marami pa kami dinidevelop na tour na, nakafocus siya sa mga tao. It's a storytelling, parang kasali ka dito, ganon.
What we really love about it is that hindi lang, we're not just engaging the industries, but the communities itself, no? Yung mga communities na involve sa agriculture, like you've mentioned, they feel that they're part also of the industry. So there's a part of belongingness to the industry. So, yeah. So, yes, Liza, sa naman, sa accommodation sector, ano naman yung mga highlights to you?
Ang highlights for the resorts and hotels natin is, right now, we are nearly 40 DOT accredited establishments, hotels and resorts in Davao region, and more. So we have new hotels na just recently opened. So I hope you visited our new hotels, Arya Hotel Residences, and then Hotel 101 also announced in their Facebook page that it's opening next month. So that's an additional number of room capacity. in our current hotels, rooms and resorts. So you have a lot of options. So if you want to be closer to the beach, we have mga properties na doon sa beach. We also have, of course, the hotels near the malls and also mga destination hotels. So name it. So we have those here in Davao region. I just would like to highlight also that we are one of the preferred MICE destinations in the country. So a round of applause for being one of the preferred. MICE is meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibits. So despite the crisis, our hotels and resorts welcome all these pre-slated na mga conferences and exhibits in Davao, in SMX. And in fact, we just recently had the PTEA and the WOFEX, and an organizer told me that they were able to surpass number of foot traffic in SMX Convention Center. And that's the reason that the Davao City is, booming in terms of the number of guests arriving in the city. And dili lang national, we also have mga international guests from Japan, Australia, even from Qatar, who attended the Philippine Halal Expo. So it means that we are a world-class destination, and as a Davaoans, we should be proud of that. Thank you.
Yes, no? Despite of the crisis, back-to-back ang ating mga expos. We started with it's the first one,
World Travel Expo,
and then we had
WOFEX, the PTAA,
PTAA,
Halal Expo.
yes, sunod-sunod ang mga expos sa Davao. And I'm sure that will be the last. Kinapating ka Dayawan, and the last quarter will be more busy na year for Davao. Yes,
Just to add, sa Davao, we are really proud that not only are our facilities quality, yung mga services din in terms of like services sa hotel, services ng ating mga tour operators, services ng ating mga tour guide, because here in Davao, we continually capacity build ang atong mga service providers. A lot of our hotels and tourism enterprises are trained na ng FBSE, yung Philippines Brand of Service Excellence. So, I think all over the Philippines, ang Region 11 ang una ay pinakadaghang trainees sa FBSE and other capacity building trainings courtesy of not only of the Department of Tourism of the City Tourism Office. So, it's a continual effort to make our services better. So, mo nang balik-balikan ta kay ang mga serbisyo in all parts of a tour or of a visit are really quality and excellent.
Okay, muna ning part sa SWOT analysis natin. We'll talk about the strengths of the city, our services, our facilities. We'll talk now about the challenges. What do you think in your respective sectors, even the government, I'm sure natin tayo mga challenges. What are the challenges and how do you think we can address these challenges? We'll start with the accommodation sector.
Okay, buti na lang nag-ready ko sa akong SWOT analysis. Anyways, in every destination, we always have strength, but at the same time, we have to acknowledge that we have weaknesses. So first and foremost, ang weaknesses dun nato is ang limited flight going to Davao City. Every time I speak to a guest, whether from outside the country or even within the Davao, within the National Capital Region, they find our airfares very expensive, and that is limiting them to travel to Davao City because now of the flights, very expensive nowadays, especially na natay crisis sa oil, But again, despite of that one, because we are preferred MICE destinations, so even if natay mga prices when it comes to airfare, very expensive, what we do is they repurpose. So say for example, they come to Davao, not frequent but long stay. So we have a lot of long staying guests in our hotels. These are businessmen. So instead of coming, let's say during the expos, normally 5 katao to help out, sell their products. So what they did is instead of 5 people, siguro 3 na lang, and then instead of single occupancy, they try to do it with twin sharing or katong on a budget scale talaga. So they need to do triple sharing. So we are very open to that one naman because we acknowledge that there are crises talaga and we want to help out also our private stakeholders. And we want the expos or the exhibits or the events to continue. That's why kami po from the hotel side, even with tour operators and travel agencies, we give special rates for our travel agencies and also to our long-staying guests. And even on weekdays and weekends, we have different rates, Ian. Kasi normally for hotels like business hotel, weekends like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, slow na siya. So we give very discounted rate that you cannot find anywhere in our website. And during weekdays, because it's very strong, dagat mga travelers, so we give a little bit of a higher rate, but not so much because price sensitive ang market karon and we have to help one another. Importante lang that they come to Davao City and saka na lang natin pag-usapan if saan silang hotels pupunta or resorts. At the end of the day, we have to bring in more warm bodies in the city.
Yes. Oh, how about from the tour operators?
Yeah, ako naman, so part of being a tour operator, ang medyo nagiging challenge right now is that very limiting din ang budget. Kasi siyempre, for us to create new tours, we have to research, we have to ocular, and we have to do mga mock tour and all, and invite people, no? And for a tour operator and a non-profit association, hindi siya madali, especially we are not backed up by LGU or ng government. So kami lang, kumbaga parang even the tour guides are, volunteering lang sila, parang walang payment and all. Ang promise na talaga is, syempre, priority sila magiging tour guide. Pero yun, so medyo yun yung, pero ang dami sana pwede pang gawin, pero medyo limited yung budget. So even our pagmamarket, medyo limiting na rin. Kasi, right now kasi diba social media nagmamarket. And even Meta are also, nag-iiba-iba parati yung the way nila, yung parang yung metrics nila, yung whatever na mga analytics nila and all. Iba-iba din. Parang minsan kahit mag-ads ka, scam din yung mga naglalike at nagme-message sa'yo. So parang medyo yun yung challenge for a tour operator. And, di ba, kasi for us to market talaga, we have to be everywhere. So yun yung medyo challenge for us. Plus, of course, sinabi niya na medyo mataas ang presyo. And dito sa Davao kasi, wala tayo masyadong joiners tour na tinatawag na shared tour. Kasi right now we're offering lang sa Amal Island Tapping and then yung sa coffee tour na twice a month. Pero yung iba nating tour, nahihirapan kaming gawing shared tour. Kasi nga, hindi pa tayo ganun kadaming turista. Hindi katulad sa Boracay or Palawan na they have mga SIC tour yung na talagang ma-avail nila mas mura. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, we are a premier destination. That's why sinasabi ko sa mga tour guides na every time na pupunta dito ang turista, nagbayad yan ng mahal. So that's why you have to make them happy, you have to give the best. Kasi yung experience talaga na sasabihin nila, sulit ang pagpunta ko sa Davao at paggastos ng ganitong amount.
Baka nakaka-afford na talaga.
Yes.
Yeah, I just would like to add, kasi na-mention mo na nga ang scamming. So, actually, this past few months, we observed that there are a lot of scamming, not only for travel agents or tour operators, but even for some of the properties, especially in the Samal area. So that's why we encourage everybody na before doing or making a booking, you have to verify with you have to book it with a DOT accredited na hotels and resorts to make sure that dili mawala yung mga pinagtuguan ba. So make sure that you book with DOT accredited hotels and resorts and i-verify good kung maybe go directly to the sales manager or marketing in charge than just doing it online. Although I'm not discounting the fact na most of the hotels and resorts naman po online, but do it in yung mga verified na mga online platform like Agoda, Booking.com, Expedia, or maybe do it straight to the hotel itself na lang.
So this, just to, before I go to Gracie, one of the ways to find out kung scam ka na or dili ang real account of the establishment is to check. Number one, ito ang blue check, no? Blue mark, if it's sa tawagan niya, verified account. But then again, na ako yung mga accounts na verified. You check the spelling. There's mali ang spelling or they lowercase the letters. So dili proper ang pagkasulat. And check also the number of followers. No, kasi it also matters. Kaya kung gamay lang followers and wala kayong mga comments, that's most likely dili na tinuod na account. Diba? So yes, Gracie?
In terms of challenges, Davao City as part of Mindanao, one of our long-running na challenge is that because we are part of Mindanao, part of the stigma is there. So when we market and when we promote, we have to do double the work kaysa sa compared to let's say for Cebu, Iloilo, Boracay. Kung sa Bisaya pa, mas grabe ang ato ang effort pag-promote because primarily of that. Kay pagmaingan sila, di ba always ka na atay mga travel advisory na do not go to Mindanao and maski ang Davao is the safest city in the country, still, when people will say, oh, where is Davao? Oh, it's in Mindanao. Ay, that's included in the travel advisory. So, isa din na sa mga since pa hantod karon na challenges ni Davao City. But, of course, since we are being featured as safest city, best travel destination, isa na sa mga things that we are, kumbaga, doing or we are having so that ang stigma or a bias against Davao City is slowly mawala po siya. And of course, as the City Tourism Office, part din niya siya sa iyang mandate to to develop new products. Nagi na siya sa mandate is in the LGU code that the city, the local government, under the City Tourism Office is really going to develop new products that would be marketable to other to visitors. So, isabot na sa mga ginapanaw nga to, when we develop products kasi hindi enough na maganda, hindi enough na interesting siya. There is really a long process that should be observed in developing a new product. Isa na lang pinaka-priority is safety and security. Is it safe going there? Transportation going there? Basic facilities, maski ang pinaka-CR na lang. So, medyo taas-taas siya ba na proseso. Muna nga, ang city hinahinay, we recognize that there is really a challenge. Pero, hinahinay na to, not only are we developing new products, but we are also developing yung mga facilities that enable the traveler to be ganang comfortable. Kana ato ang coastal road, kana ato ang ginahimo na JICA road diha. So, sa pangkalahatan in terms of ease in doing business, ease in traveling, medyo diha ka problema po gamay sa katong pricing, but we are really trying to fix this in terms of policies, in terms of new mga facilities. So, ingon anak yun siya, maugit na pa. Aside from that, ang ato ang challenge also is, ganagaling ato ang dapat mga streets, walkable ba, naabay mga signage. So, wala siya ang isa-isa po na ginatanaw sa city in terms of helping our tourism sector or pangkalahatan na mahimog most parang kalaganing comfortable na travel destination ang Davao City.
Sa private sector, do we still get sa mga clients niyo questions on safety and peace here in Davao?
Well, for the hotels and resorts, we always encounter guests, especially foreign guests, asking if it's safe to go to Samal, is it safe to visit, let's say, Davao Oriental or the outskirts of Davao. Kasi parang before coming here, they already like research where to go, and then napay mga previous incidents from the past that parang they read and they saw na basig dili safe ani, like just like I had one embassy very VIP guest, they're still not allowed to go down from sa outskirts of Davao region, so nalay specific place in area in Davao that they can travel or they can go around. So at the end of the day, ano ka rin gihapon, there's still, you're right, Miss Grace, stigma na there are some parts of the Davao region na for them, it's not feel safe. It's because ang gingon silang embassy is like a certain, protocol not to travel.
Sometimes they say in mga balita a decade ago or even more.
15 years ago.
But today is different, like in Davao. What about sa tour operators?
Actually, meron din, pero hindi naman ganun kadami.
Hindi naman.
Kasi I believe those naman na nagpupunta ng Davao, they already did their work din na mag-research, no? And aside from that, sabi ko nga, ano ba panlaban dun sa mga ganong klaseng information? Kasi nandun na yun eh. Given na siya, kumbaga, hindi mo na siya pwede laban. Hindi mo na siya pwede tanggalin. Nandun na siya. So what we can do is, ipakita, ano yung meron sa Davao. So yun yung sinasabi ko that bawat isa sa Davaoenyo, bawat isa na nakatira sa Davao, if mahal mo ang Davao, diba, kilalanin mo ang Davao. Diba? Kasi pag kilala mo ang Davao, alam mo kung paano siya protektahan, alam mo kung paano siya ibenta, i-market. Kasi tayo rin mismo ang magmamarket ng sarili nating lugar. Kasi pag sinabi mo na taga Davao ka, pero hindi ka man lang nakapunta ng Eden or ng palengke ng Bangkerohan. Pero, so ano masasabi mo pag may na-encounter kang tagalabas na ano meron sa Davao? Wala. Kasi hindi mo rin alam. Kasi you're always looking forward outside Davao. Pero we can start naman from within, diba? Diba? From within, ikaw mismo, i-market mo ano meron sa Davao. Yung like katulad yung sinabi ko dun sa mga students na tuturuan ko sa IMS, is that ikaw mismo, bawat punta mo, let's say, pumunta ka lang ng San Pedro, pwede ka mag-picture, mag-video na pakita mo na, walang kable na, diba? Nasa underground cable na. So those mga little, na mga stories or reels na ipapalabas nyo sa sa mga Facebook page nyo or sa Instagram, it will help our tourism natin. Kasi sabi ko nga kapag nawin ang turismo ng Davao, lahat naman tayo panalo. Baka nga hindi na natin kailangan lumabas ng bansa. Kapag tayo mismo na market natin ang tama ang Davao. Kasi we have a lot, diba, to offer in Davao. Not only the products, not only the durian, the mangosteen, the pomelo, but also the places, diba, the nature, diba, Mount Apo, Philippine Eagle. Nandito lang ang Philippine Eagle, wala niya sa ibang lugar. Meron pero galing din ng Davao, diba? So parang pinaano natin.
Important.
Yan, diba, ganon. So parang ang daming pwede nandito sa Davao. Ang kailangan mo lang gawin, ikaw mismo bilang isang Davaoenyo, diba? Ipakita mo yung pagmamahal mo sa lugar mo. Diba? Ikaw mismo, invest na ipakita mo yung mga basura na hindi na na-pick up. Ipakita mo ano yung maganda sa Davao. Kasi ganun yun. Parang hindi naman lahat sabihin na...
Wala namang perfect na.
Oo, hindi tayo perfect. Pero,
We're working on it.
bakit mo pa ipapakita yung imperfection mo, diba? So, let's work on that imperfection. Kasi, diba, pag tayo mismo ma-pressure ka na, ang dami na pupunta sa Davao, nakakahiya naman na ang dumi-dumi, diba? Which is, hindi man tayo madumi talaga. So, parang, yun, gano'n. That's the challenge talaga in every Davaoenyo. You have to show your love to Davao. Ako, I am not from here. I am an adopted Davaoenia, daughter ng Davao. So, 14 years na ako dito. Pero, tanongin mo ako, siguro yun bilang isang tour guide, no? Kasi nag-tour guide din ako. So, yun yung sinishare ko. Bakit ako nandito sa Davao? Diba? So, minsan yung mga turista, bakit ka nandito? Bakit ka tumira dito? So, yun yung curiosity. That's my story. And every Philippine, every Davaoenyo has their own story that you can market to every friend outside Davao. Punta ka dito kasi dito, may coffee tour tayo. Punta ka dito, alam mo, ang ganda dun sa sa Samal. Yung mga ganon. So, yun na. That's my challenge to every Davaoenyo na nandito sa mall.
Yes, hindi lang naman tayo best travel destination. Di ba best retirement din tayo?
Yes,
We also
yes.
that,
Nakita nyo kanina, ang daming foreigner, diba?
So, yung iba dito na nagsistay, mga migrants from other places, they prefer to stay in Davao. And maganda yung idea, no, for every bad news, let's post 1,000 good news, no? Just to counter all this negative news na nahitabo many years ago here in the city. And that's number one, huwag maging dayuhan sa sariling bayan. No?
And you know what, kasi diba, I've been to, kasi ako talaga, advocate ko talaga is Black by Pilipinas. So, at first, ang binibenta ko talaga Pilipinas, hindi naman talaga Davao lang. Kasi even me, hindi ako masyado gala. So, medyo, So, pero nung umikot na ako, nakilala ko yung mga bawat Davaoenyo na nakilala ko, like Raisa, yung sila Miss Sweet, na very sila Miss Gina, na Prague Cafe, na very passionate sila in their own industry, like si Miss Sweet. Pag pinakinggan mo yung magsalita about cacao, parang gusto mo na magkaroon ng cacao farm. Oo, ganon.
Kulang ang 30 minutes kay Miss Vic nung nag-tour kami.
Kahit
So,
yung
nahirapan siya paano mag 30 minutes.
Correct. Same with Miss Gina. Pag si Miss Gina nung una ko narinig, parang gusto ko lang uminom everyday ng coffee na na galing sa Mount Apo. Yung gano'n. Meron nga akong tour guide na hindi umiinom ng kape nung bata siya. Ay, nitong tumanda na pala siya. Pero nung nag-coffee tour siya, kasi syempre, kailangan umiinom ka ng kape, no? Nung nag-coffee tour siya, bigla siyang natuto na uminom ng kape. You know what? Bakit hindi siya uminom ng kape? Kasi na-associate niya ang kape sa kahirapan. Kasi nung bata sila, ulam nila ang kape.
Correct.
So yun yung mga perspective na pwedeng mabago because of tourism. So nung nagpa-coffee tour na siya, nakita niya, ito pala yung benefits ng kape. Ito pala yung storya ng kape. Kasi yung story na yung the people behind doon sa mga iniinom niyo sa umaga.
The community. We go back to the community.
Yeah.
Iyan, mag-add lang ako. So, what we're doing to make sure na puro promotions and good news ang lumabas sa feed ng aming mga hotels and resorts, we always have this crisis and communications training na to train all the sales and marketing people na pag may crisis, ano bang dapat ipakita? How do you react on it? So I think in our own respective rights, pwede tayo maging marketer in our own establishments, right? So we always, instead of awayan ka dyan sa bashers or group chat, why not post something meaningful or something positive? At the end of the day, kung tanan positive, then eventually good things will come.
Correct, tama ka diyan. We also have to equip ourselves with new skills. We have to to adapt to the new media. So these are the things that we can, these are the many ways that we can counter mga negative things that are happening. Hindi lang sa Davao, but it's all around, all over the world.
Yes, mobile na ka ng, we are offering, na-mention kasi ganina ka ng mga locals, huwag magdayon sa sariling bayan. Of course, through Duao, every year we offer mga free giga tours. Kaya ang ating yung intent, Ana, is for the Davaoenyos to get to know our city. So last year, katong definitely Davao City Tour, libre man to. 200 participants scattered for 4 Saturdays na ang mga taga diri sa Davao, people from Davao, can avail of it for free and rediscover the city and know about our city more. So this year, katong Chinatown Walking Tour, so kada tuig buhaton nato na para tagaan nato opportunity ang mga locals kay tinuod na not only for Davao City, kahit sa Cebu, kahit sa Iloilo, tanongin mo yung mga locals na kapunta na kayo sa, let's say for instance, Cebu. Pumunta ko dito sa akong mga friends, always go sa Cebu because my partner is from Cebu. Kaato na mo sa Taos, wala ba siya kaato dira? Di ba? Kaato na mo sa kanang Taoist Temple, wala ba siya kaato dira? That is not just a case for Davao City, but for the world over. It's mostly the locals who have not been able to visit the tourism sites. So, muna siya, tama. atong i-encourage ang mga locals, especially now that ticket prices are very expensive. We encourage the locals to visit our sites. So we bring our families, like me, for example, I bring my family to Valverde, bring my family to Hacienda Torrentira. So we encourage our mga kanang 103rd degree of the family na, oy, manuri ka dito. Kaya this is how we will be able to help our local industry. And because, you know, at the end of the day, if our industries or our establishments prosper or develop, that means more taxes also. So, more taxes, more money for Davao City to help our social services. So, everybody wins.
Correct. Tama, gano'n siya, no? I agree to that because I remember this was like 30 years ago, no? When I was with the tourism office mo. Mga locals usually ang wala manakaan po sa Philippine Eagle, sa Eagle, sa Balanos, because they take it for granted, mga nara maganda na rin. So they'd rather go out of Davao, they'd rather go to, say, Mati or Samal. Diba, nila sariling neighborhood mo pa yan na napasyalan, no?
Yes, of course. Kahinundom ka sa una, this is what, 2001, na the City Tourism Office, wala pa ta ako sa City Tourism Office ko, na ay suroy ka. Mag-provide of bus ang city, sa City Hall, unya, isuroy, Philippine Eagle, wala kay Malagos sa una.
Marilog.
Yes, Marilog. So, libre ang ginahatag ni City, ang imo lang ko ano,
Kasi kasi bayad, pero very minimal.
Oh, very,
50 pesos ata per
back
day.
farm. Oh. So, libre na ang transportation.
Plus, snacks.
Oo, na snacks, libre na ang transportation. Ang bayaran lang nimo ang katong entrance fees. So, sa una pag-learn na, ano gito na ilan ang mga programa ka, gina-encourage din nato ang mga locals na magbisita yun sa atong
And
buwan.
it's good that we keep on educating our
Yes.
locals, our communities about our own sites.
Yes, exactly.
And then, recently, there's been a lot of mga issues that hounded the industry. Hindi lang sa Davao, national, but also global. So I asked some of my friends and mga friends in the industry kung unsa ni sila. And I'd like to know your thoughts on them. Ako ba na-discuss na ito, like, Davao, Philippines as an expensive destination. Kasi na mo'y madunga, would you like to add anything about it? Tanda?
Yeah,
Sabi mo
mahal
kanina.
talaga tayo.
Mahal talaga tayo.
Yeah, mahal.
You
Kasi
mentioned
nga,
because
wala tayong mga
ipagaling ka tayo
SIC tour, yeah.
Yung volume of
Yeah, but we are making sure naman na kahit mahal ang binayad mo, susulitin natin yan. Yeah, yung experience nila will be unforgettable.
Yeah. Bawiin sa ano.
Babawiin sa service.
Service, right?
Yeah.
Sa hotels, ito naman, medyo may mga bagsak presyo rin naman
Oh,
kasi.
yes. Oo, we have to talaga think outside the box. We have to repurpose the travel. So what we did for hotels, as mentioned, is namin mga 3-day sale, namin mga deal of the day sale, na just like the airlines, diba, na once you book in the expos, so you get that very 50 up to 50% discount price, and then you can use that naman in the future.
Right.
So we have discounted vouchers, coupons, and with hotels naman, mga nami one hotel na or one resort in Samal that since the problem is the oil, so naay siya, if you stay with that Club Samal, I believe, so meron kang coupon now, 1,500 voucher of gasoline.
Oh, diba?
So diba, you have to think outside the box.
You have to be
for you.
creative.
You have to be creative if you want to survive in the crisis. So just like with any other destinations, not only in Davao but in the country, we really have to make sure na the packages that we're offering is with value for money. May mga added perks like for park-in, namin mga 10% sa kultura, 10% in the restaurant, 10% when you use SMAC, tanang discount that you can avail. And namin mga rates na 50% off talaga when you book during the expos. So that's why, mag-ano na ko, if you have time, please visit the Davao Hotels and Resort Sales and Marketing Association booth ug ang Davao Tourism na dito tanang
Promos.
discounts and promos.
Yeah, so sundin nila, no? Since nagmahal ang mga karon, we have to plan our vacations wisely. Naka-plan ahead ba? Di lang. Kaya of course, if you buy your tickets or your hotel reservations a week from now, no? Or a week, definitely, mahal din na siya. So you have to plan ahead yun. So one of the problems with the mention, well, this is also part of airport daw, tagang problema and expensive airfares. I guess same solution, no? I have one friend who said na boring daw ang nightlife sa Davao, which I don't agree personally. Ibigero mo ko.
Depende kung asa siya padulong.
Yes.
Kuan, kanang, unsa na ba, kanang magsugod og sayo.
Correct.
Para mahuman og sayo.
Tahimik, wisely.
Yes. Pag humagtrabaho nila siya na dayon. Kaya para, pag alas 12, okay ka na.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
kami, we are creating this new tour na Davao Night Scene.
That's good, that's
Yeah.
good.
So, yun. So, sabi ko, marami pa tayong mga pwedeng i-showcase kasi. So, hindi naman kasi pag sinabing nightlife ay inuman at
Hindi naman kailangan mapapayan ng
sayawan,
inuman, no?
diba? Kasi right now, diba, buhay na ang gabi natin. Kasi ang dami ng, alam mo patunay, ang daming 24 hours na coffee shop.
Right, right.
And even ganyan, iba naman sila ng trends. Imbes na maglaklakan, ang ginagawa na,
Kape na lang.
kape-kape,
Actually.
diba? Kain-kain. That's why, kaya makikita mo na yung nightlife dito, Davao is different eh.
Right.
Iba tayo talaga. Iba yung vibe dito.
Unique ang ating nightlife.
Yeah, so, pag sinabi mong nightlife, anong klaseng nightlife ba hinahanap mo? So, iba-iba eh. Kasi kung nightlife na parang party-party, doon ka sa Siargao pumunta. Diba? Mindanao pa rin naman yun. Pero kung gusto mo na talagang makita ano ang buhay dito sa Davao, you can go here kasi pwede ka namin i-tour doon. Yeah.
Ito daw, MICE. Ano daw ang edge? What is our edge? And what should we do to enhance our services and facilities considering that we have tough competitors like Boracay, Cebu, and Iloilo?
Well, I guess we're currently reviewing naman our MICE incentive program. So we meet regularly with other stakeholders, City Government of Davao, ang aming si Ms. Jean Bangayan, ang aming MICE co-chair. So I guess kailangan lang na when there are conventions, you have to give them values and incentives lang to make it more enticing than the big cities like Cebu and Manila. And in fact, kahit naman na very competitive ang ibang destinations, they still prefer Davao. Why? Because there are a lot of things that you can do in Davao, and Davao is so huge that even for 1 week, dili mo malibot ay buok Davao. So, and of course, ang ginaingon nila, they love Davao because the food is really great. Ang prutas, for them, it's heavenly. Especially when they eat durian, pomelo,
Fresh
lansones,
pa, no?
fresh pa kaayo, and iba din daw ang pomelo sa Davao. That's why puno-puno ang lobby every time there are conventions. Siguro 100 of boxes of mga pomelos, mga gustin. Permanente na siya. So I think we're still one of the preferred MICE destinations because we have so much to offer naman.
Yeah, I believe also that to answer that is also we have to empower our people, our tour guides, our front desk and everything. Para pag may nag-question na mga ganyang klaseng tanong, they know how to answer confidently.
Right.
Parang they have, of course, how can you be empowered? Kailangan you have to update yourself,
Yes.
update your skills,
Training,
update lahat. Even your knowledge about everything, not only in Davao, but also current events, whatever na nangyayari sa mundo. Kasi kapag ka-empowered ka, lahat ng question na pwede may throw sa'yo, you can answer, maybe hindi perfect yung sagot mo, pero confident ka. So, kapag confident ka kasi mahawa mo yung, diba, yung kausap mo. So, masasabi, okay, kaya pala, ganun na lang ang sagot niya. Kaya pala mahal, ang galing pala niya.
Ayun. Okay, one of the issues na mention is earthquakes. Itong recent earthquakes, are we getting cancellations or just postponements?
Like for hotels, we are so blessed that most of our hotels talaga, no big devastation, diba? So we only have light hairline cracks. So, and then suddenly na talaga, post in our social media, Facebook, Instagram na we welcome guests kay we're safe. Technically, ang mga hotels walang damages. So, we suddenly offer yung mga, if there, naman yung time na mahadlok ang guests mag-visit, we have to be flexible when it comes to cancellation policy. So, most of the hotels know that na pag mga big events or convention, they can, rebook They can reschedule it.
Reschedule na lang.
Ayaw lang i-cancel. So we're very flexible on that one naman. Even with FIT guests, meaning frequent individual travelers, we're fine with, we're very flexible when it comes to cancellation.
To Gracie, ako yan, just ako din kay Gracie, no? There's one comment here that says, while there's a diversity of restaurants in Davao, they see that Davao has no distinct cuisine.
Actually, ang Davao talaga is more of agriculture. So, ang atin talagang pride and joy is ang ating mga fruits, products. And ang Davao, ang hilig yung grilled. Kahit sa kang kanto, pumunta, babalik ta sa sinugba, sa kilaw, sa tinula, o labaw sa tanan sa lechon manok. So, you notice, if you Davao, in every kanto, kung hindi fried chicken, lechon manok. So, yun, actually, Davao, in terms of food, is very diverse. Wala tayo ka ng isa lang. Because we have all the raw materials needed for any kind of food.
Correct.
O, diba? So,
Wala ba ingredients?
Oo, wala pa
Hindi ka
ingredients.
magluto.
Oo, ganang, mas murang kaya nga na maganda kita pagpilian. Dili kinahanglan na isa lang. So, in terms of fruits, marami tayo. Pomelo, durian, mangustin, pineapples, because we have pineapple plantations in Sirib. So, papaya. So, halos anong mga prutas na ata, na kanang po mga gulay, naapunta yung mga kanang mga ranch or mga poultry. So, kanang narag difficult ikuan because also Davao is a what you call this, kanang melting pot. Marami tayong original inhabitants like our 11 tribes. So they have their own cuisine food. The Bangobo Tagabawa the cuisine is different from that of, let's say, for example, the Hagan tribe. Iba-iba. So, marami din tayong settlers. So many Kapampangans here. So many Ilocos here. So, yes. So, Davao talaga, Davao cuisine is really parang a mix of different kinds of people and culture and what you call this cuisine. So we cannot really say that this is just Davao. Unless you count the fruits.
That's correct. We go back to diversity is our beauty.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Unity and diversity.
Our
Yes.
strength is in our diversity.
Yes.
Since we're running out of time, no, we would like to end with a high note. I'd like to ask each of you very briefly, what are your dreams and hopes for Davao? How do you see Davao 5-10 years from now? Start with Liza.
Davao, of course, I'm dreaming for Davao to be one of the preferred destination for both leisure and MICE business, not only in the Philippines but in the world, because we have so much to offer. We have an upcoming na mga conventions here in Davao City, and there's so much to see, so much to love about Davao. This is not just a destination that you visit. Davao is a destination that you will remember and experience and plan to come back. So, as a Davaoenos, let's help support the local tourism sectors. Let's help one another to be unified and to show the world that we are one of the best destinations in the world. Thank you.
Very well said, candidate number 1. Yes, Jen. Thanks, Liza. Jen?
Yeah, ako naman, no. I came here year 2000. When I came here, wala pa masyado halos. Pero ang sabi sa akin, meron daw magiging president from this place. So sinabi ko, I want to retire to Davao. Pagka time na kailangan mag-retire. And it happened. You know, parang not planned and all. So I want to see na yung Davao, hindi na tatanungin saan yan. Kapag nagpunta ka sa ibang bansa, pag sinabi mong Davao, Philippines, alam na nila kung nasaan yan. And I'm also dreaming na magkakaroon tayo ng mas malaking international airport na maraming connectivity for tourism. Yeah. So that's my dream. And for every Davaoenyo to avail our local tours din. Diba? Kasi pag sinabi mo na mas mura sa Vietnam and all. Pero diba, hindi yung nagbabayad, iba yung hindi sila kumikita ang Pilipinas doon dito. And of course, of course you have to support local. Lagi natin sasabing support local. Pero yun talaga yun, support our own, love our own, diba? So with that, you have to visit our Dasig Turismo booth. Meron po tayo mga tinda doon na ano yun, yung mga partners namin sa tour namin. Yun. Thank you.
Sneak preview of the tours. Thank you so much, candidate number 2. And candidate number 3, Gracie.
Ako, I really love isa pang kalahatan ng Davao. I mean, we are starting now with our yung transport modernization project. So, I really dream of a Davao na sobrang ganda na ng transport system. We are aiming to have parang 100 buses all throughout the city na very convenient na pagsakay and to have yung hop on hop off guys like in the other countries na if you want to go to this particular tourism destination, sakay ka lang ng bus, bili ka ng card, stop ka lang doon. So hindi na magiging challenge ang ways to arrive to those areas. And of course, more MICE facilities, bigger concert venue, and gusto ko sana meron tayong theme park sa Davao. Dream ko yan, magkaroon tayo ng theme park sa Davao. And I'd really like for us to have if you are a fan of Japanese anime, so magkaroon tayo ng isang malaking Gundam sa People's Park. Kasi diba, featured ang Davao City sa Gundam movie. So I'd really like to have parang a tour na Gundam lovers or so, malaking Gundam sa People's Park. Bandai, nagpaparinig ako. Beijing Bandai. So, yes, baka naman. So, really, pangkalahatan is Davao to be more tourism friendly in terms of transportation, signs, road signs, wayfinding. So, yun yung mga maliliit na mga details. Yes, smart city. And, of course, yung sa data, meron na tayo ngayon yung Davao Tourism Passport, which is going to be digital na. We have a project kasi sa city and with the Japan government, yung ano nila, isa lang kasi yung ministry nila for transportation, tourism, and infrastructure. So kung atin, DPWH, DOT, and so sa kanila, isa lang yun. So we have a project with them na magkakaroon ng Davao Tourism App. And we are including the Data Tourism Passport in the app. So magkakaroon na doon i-upload yung ano yung mga available na mga establishments. And because we are doing the Davao Halal Mapping Project also, so ililista doon kung ano yung mga Muslim-friendly at halal certified naman. So we can get other, yung mga halal tourism, or halal tourists to come to Davao. So wow na siya akong dream, to be Davao to be more tourism-friendly.
So I'm sure yung mga dreams are also the dreams of the Davaoenos. And the good thing about our dreams is that we're starting to make them real, no? Slowly but surely. Kapag na-mention mo, the technology that we're using, the tours that we're creating, the product developments, no? Everything is starting to materialize. So, that wraps up our discussion this afternoon. Kulang na din sa oras, so we'll continue sa back.
Kailangan 1 hour.
So I'd like to thank again Gracie, Jen, and Ms. Liza for joining us this afternoon. Also to the City Government of Davao, the Davao City Tourism Operations Office for inviting us to share our insights for today's discussion. Of course, si Carlos sa Kadagpan Digital for streaming us live. Magang salamat. And of course, that's our discussion for today. So tara, Dual Davao.
Maraming salamat, and of course, to our panelists. And now we would like to present you certificates and tokens of appreciation. Allow me to read the citation. The certificate of appreciation is proudly presented to Luis Zagamo and is presented with sincere gratitude for your active participation as panelists in Dual Davao, the All-In Expo. Your contribution has been invaluable and is deeply appreciated. Given on June 22, 2026 at the Yellow Malls of Riza, Davao City, signed by the OIC of the Davao City Tourism Operations Office, Willie Tormes Jr. The same certificate is given to, of course, Ms. Jennifer Ramirez and Ms. Tracy Plata. Please pose for a photo with your certificates and token. And of course, we'd also like to present the same certificate and token to our moderator, Ian Ray Garcia. Maraming salamat po. I am sure you learned a lot, gained deeper insight into Davao City as a premier tourism destination. Thank you so much. And of course, our panelists will be here